Has anything ever happened that really frustrated you?
Sometimes things can happen that make us frustrated. But did you know that when something like that happens, you can still have joy?
Joy is different than happiness.
It's even better.
Yeah, joy comes from knowing God's promises. There's a story in the Bible about two guys who had joy even when something really unfair happened.
Oh, are you talking about the story of Paul and Silas?
Exactly. Paul and Silas had joy because they knew God's promises.
They knew that God didn't call them to that place to be killed. When we know God's promises, we can have joy even when things don't always go our way.
To have joy, you've got to choose to put joy on. Joy is like this jacket. The cool thing about this joy is that it's not our joy, it's Jesus' joy.
Jesus has given us his joy, but it's up to us to put it on. The problem is that our feelings don't always want us to put joy on.
Wow!
Often, you want to put something else on. Let me show you what I'm talking about.
You can put on frustration, which leads to complaining, wow, look at that, which leads to a bad attitude. It's looking pretty bad.
Ugh. There are lots of people walking around choosing to have on a bad attitude. But if you choose to have on a bad attitude, you're always going to be stuck with it.
Paul and Silas would have stayed stuck in prison if they had a bad attitude. So even when something frustrating happens, we have to make the choice to put on joy.
We can do that by reminding ourselves of God's promises, by saying, "The joy of the Lord is my strength."
By doing that, you choose to put on joy. The more you decide to put on joy, the more of Jesus' joy inside of you will grow. God changes the circumstances of people who choose to put on joy.
Just like Paul and Silas.
Exactly.